Hi guys, what's going on? This is GG Your Face, and I'm going to be talking about a game between IdrA and Noni. IdrA is going to be playing as the green Zerg player at the 6 o'clock position, and Noni will be playing as the blue Protoss at the 3 o'clock position. Noni is also known as Tyler, and a cool fact about Noni is that his strongest matchup is against Zerg, and IdrA is one of the better Zergs in the world. Noni's percentage against Zerg is around 66%, which is about 10% higher than his versus Terran or versus Protoss ratio, so this should be a really good series between these two players. And we do see the pylon going down for Noni at the moment. IdrA is scouting in the wrong direction, however, with his Overlord, and I don't think he's going to be too happy not to find his opponent there, because you usually want your opponent to be relatively far away from you so you can macro up pretty easily and nicely. And by the way, I hope you guys had a good and a safe Halloween. I saw a lot of really strange and some very inappropriate costumes when I was driving through New York City, so hope you guys had a fun and a safe time. IdrA has scouted, and he will know now his opponent is not at the 9 o'clock position, and he's probably not going to do the hatchery first because his opponent will be either really close or really far, and a gateway has gone down for Noni at the top of his ramp as additional probes are being chrono boosted. No chrono boost is being saved from his nexus, and IdrA with his Overlord is going to come out here. He is only at 14 population, and he has put down the spawning pool, spotting that one probe coming from Noni. And there's one probe we'll see that IdrA does not yet have an expansion outside, and there's only one spawning pool, and he is also getting the assimilator inside his base along with a pylon. There's only one pylon over here, one pylon in the back, and two drones are going to come out here to try to deal with this one probe that is trying to delay the hatchery from going up. And this one probe very carefully dancing around. You can see the blue cursor for Noni dancing around these two drones, trying to do as much delay to the hatch as possible, and the hatch does finally go up, only about a couple of more seconds, but every second counts as the probe is going to peel back and get inside and take another look inside the base, whereas IdrA's drone is running full speed ahead toward the base of Noni. Noni is inside the base of IdrA at the moment. We'll see that the extractor has recently gone up, and IdrA is inside the base. A Zealot is coming and on the way, and Noni right away takes his gas. This can be really annoying if the Zerg steals your gas, not only because it sort of limits your options, but it also is slightly a tiny psychological blow. And we do see the Zealot is going to come out. Will he be able to take down this drone? No, he will not be able to. The Zealot is going to go back to his position. A queen is coming out, and out right now. The hatchery is about to be complete, and the first sentry is going to be chrono boosted out of the gateway. Right now, only one gateway, one cyber core, double gas for Noni, whereas IdrA is only on one gas, and he only has one queen. I think the second queen is going to come out anytime from his main base. There is an Overlord flying over to the base of Noni, and two additional gateways go up. There is a total of 3 gateways. And I think this is a really good and a strong opening against any player. But he does have the double gas investment, which will allow him to build a lot of those sentries, which will also allow him to put down a lot of force fields. Force fields are very good against the Zerg because they will be able to prevent that surround. And Zerg is a race that really heavily relies on ambush and surrounding, because that is what they're designed for, I think. And the metabolic boost is being researched from the spawning pool, and a little bit out of position there. Those Zerglings almost got killed off by the sentry up here. And the orb gate technology is going to be complete relatively soon. A couple of more drones being produced by IdrA at the moment. There's going to be 2 sentries, 1 Zealot coming out and take a little poke at these Zerglings, as the Zerglings have to retreat, but IdrA with his impeccable micro is going to be able to keep that one Zergling alive with 1 HP. The second extractor is about to be complete, and it looks like we have 2 gas versus 2 gas. And if we take a look at the income tab right now, both players about even, slightly ahead, or maybe not slightly ahead, slightly ahead in terms of gas for Noni, as he did get it much earlier, and IdrA's Overlord was a little bit over the edge of that cliff, and that's why Noni was able to take a couple of shots at it with those sentries. And IdrA does know his opponent has a lot of sentries, so he's going to be building a Roach Warren inside his base to try to be a little bit more defensive, I think. And he has put down 2 spine crawlers in case his opponent does attack. Very awesome play from both players. The Nexus is about 80% complete, and the Overlord is not going inside the base yet because he does know his opponent's army composition, and a bunch of additional stalkers are being warped in at the moment. The creep is being spread. If we take a look at the unit army count, only 2 Zerglings for IdrA. He is focusing heavily on the economic side of the battle as he does have his second base up and running. We do see a significant advantage for IdrA right now, but that advantage will be gone relatively soon as Noni is saturating his natural expansion with some probes. A couple of roaches are being spawned at the moment, and he's also getting the Glial Reconstitution upgrade for his roaches. And I think both players are about even in terms of the mineral intake right now, almost identical for these two players. But if we take a look at the army count, a slight in favor of the Protoss player as he does have more units. IdrA only has a handful of roaches and only 2 Zerglings, whereas his opponent has a lot of sentries, a lot of stalkers, and a couple of zealots. And 2 additional gateways are going to be coming into play, so there's going to be 5 total gateways in play for Noni, and IdrA is moving forward a little bit with his overlords and roaches, and he's also bringing up his spine crawlers up. This is a very good play. He has used this strategy with Hydralisk as well as spreading the creep with his overlords to very, very high success. We'll see if he's able to do that here. He's going to poke in with his roaches, and I think, he's coming in trying to take a couple of shots at those zealots. A lot of force fields go off, and he was managed to trap 3 or 4 of those roaches, and he's going to trap another 4 roaches behind here. Another very, very well placed force fields there, forcing him to engage some of those roaches. Those roaches were trying to run away, not really firing at their targets. And wow, if we take a look at units lost up, even though they're about even, I think Noni is going to be ahead here because IdrA doesn't have too much, and IdrA does GG out of the game. Very, very fine control from Noni that game. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you at game number 2. If you like what you see, please subscribe. And Noni is merciless, and he's actually killing IdrA's stuff off. Alright, see you guys at game number 2.